My name is Lizzie, and this is Lizzie's Literary Life, and today we are doing the "Ugh, I'm so annoyed" tag. So this is a tag that has been going around BookTube, or going around my little corner of BookTube, and I'm a little bit late to it because I was tagged in it like kind of ages ago, but I was tagged by Martine from Just Martine, so thank you, Martine, for tagging me. So Martine, as well as the original creator of the tag, will be linked down below. I did not really plan for this at all, so we're just gonna see what comes out of my mouth, and let's just get right into it. The first question is, do publishers ever do things that you find annoying? Share an example. So I feel like the basic answer to this is when like editions don't match, like they're the wrong height or they like change in the middle of a series. And that honestly doesn't bug me that much because I don't really collect books in the way a lot of people do. Like I don't collect certain editions of anything. I don't buy whole series generally. Like I just kind of have a very random collection of books that I've mostly gotten used, so that doesn't bug me. But I will say that I do not at all like movie tie-in covers. I think that they're almost always ugly. Sorry. So when I am reading a book that has a movie tie-in cover, I'm always just kind of like, ugh. Like the original cover is 9 times out of 10 better. So that does bug me. Though I get why they do it, for people grabbing it off the shelf because they've seen the movie. I will also say, and this is maybe a hot take, I think a lot of special editions are not that nice. This is going off the question, but I don't like character art on covers or like a lot of special editions, and I've never bought a special edition, so I'm just not the market for it, but on like the inside of the dust jacket, like Fairy Loot or whatever, will do like character art, and I just don't think it looks very good personally. It's just not to my personal taste. So I know that there's a huge market for that, and like I'm very much in the minority, but I don't personally like that. Question number 2 is, have you ever been annoyed by a spoiler, even something as small as someone telling you there's a great twist? I feel like I have not been spoiled a lot. I'm usually pretty good at avoiding spoilers, or if I get a spoiler, like it's so out of context that by the time I read the book, I don't actually remember it necessarily. But I will say I was spoiled for this book, Amari and the Night Brothers, because the school I worked at that I did my student teaching at, the previous year, all of the 7th graders, I was student teaching in 8th grade at that point, and all the 7th graders the previous year, so those same kids, had read this book in school, and they were talking about it one time, and it actually wasn't even one of the kids who said this, it was the teacher that I was student teaching under. She basically spoiled the twist. Like, she was like, I'm not going to say what it actually was, but she was like, I just thought it was dumb that, and said the twist. And it honestly, like, it really did affect my enjoyment of this book. I think if I had not known that, it would have been so much more, like, exciting, you know? So that was annoying, but I also kind of get it because, like, everyone else in the room had read the book except me, so, like, whatever. Question number 3 is, have you ever been annoyed by what you discovered at a little free library, book sale, or used bookstore? And I'm gonna say no. Like, obviously it's annoying if I don't find anything I like, but that's just like disappointing. It's not like I get mad about it. So, you know, like, I don't know, bookstores have what they have, little free libraries have what they have, people put in books. I do have a fun story, actually. I once read a book. I got it at a used bookstore because I thought it seemed interesting. And I hated it. I thought it was awful. Like, and there was some very thinly veiled transphobia in it. And I was so mad at that book, and I was so annoyed at it. I wanted to get rid of it, but I didn't want to, like, put it in a little free library for some unsuspecting person to come and take it and read it. So I put a sticky note in the front that said, caution, this book is transphobic. Do not recommend. And then I put it in the little free library. So, you know, maybe that spared someone else from the same annoyance that I had. Question number 4 is, when it comes to short story collections, are you annoyed if there is a novella in the middle of the collection? I said that wrong, but I've already said it multiple times, so I'm just going to go with it. No, I actually kind of like it because I like novellas better than short stories. So it's kind of like, ooh, something I can really dig into because it's a little bit longer. So I'm not annoyed. I actually kind of like it. Question number 5 is, deckled edges, beautiful or annoying? I love deckled edges. That's my hot take. I think they're so fun. They make me feel fancy. I remember when I first read a book with deckled edges as a kid, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I love deckled edges. Question number 6 is, do other people's annotations in a used book or library book ever annoy you? Firstly, do not put anything in your library books. That is not what you do with a library book. No writing in library books, no dog-earing library books. That library book, leave it alone. Just read it. Used books, however, I actually love finding a used book with annotations in it. I think that's so cool. And I did recently, and I called it in my mid-year book freakout tag the most beautiful book I had bought thus far that year, because I just think it's so cool to find someone else's annotations, but not in a library book, only in a used book. Question number 7 is, if there's a series or collection of a certain type of books and changes are made, are you annoyed or okay with it? And I'm gonna say I feel like with book series, if they change the covers or change like the design of the book, the height of it or whatever, people are always really annoyed about it. It doesn't personally bother me, partly because I know I'm not going to actually have the whole series on my shelf. So it just like doesn't really impact me. But I guess theoretically, like, yeah, that's kind of annoying. They shouldn't do that. But I don't personally really care. Question number 8 is, do the decisions of the characters in a book ever annoy you? Share the book and give an example. Yes. I do often get annoyed at the decisions of characters in books when they're just so dumb. And a recent example, I mean, it makes for an entertaining read. I'm not annoyed at the author for making characters make annoying, decisions unless the decisions are out of character. Because it does make for an entertaining read when you're like, oh. But a recent example that comes to mind is 0 Days by Ruth Ware. I thought that main character was so dumb and so just annoying that I was like, oh my goodness. I'm not going to say what decision because it's a spoiler, but yeah, that character was really dumb and definitely annoyed me. Question number 9 is, are you ever annoyed by how someone organizes their books? No. As long as your books are safe and organized in a way that makes sense to you, don't damage your books. But rainbow shelves I love, alphabetical I love, by genre I love. Do what you want. Do what you want. My books are organized like nothing, so I can't judge. Question number 10 is, share something else bookish that you find annoying. And I'm going to share a bookish community thing that bothers me, and that is in readathons, when the host or the creator of the readathon just is not fully transparent about what's going on. When I created my readathon, Wonderthon, I wanted everything, the rules are complicated, but I wanted everything to be so clear. I wanted everyone to know exactly how the math and everything worked. And so it bugs me when readathon creators don't do that, when they're it's obviously it's fun to keep some things secret and have some things be secret, but it's got to be intentionally secret and not just not intentionally secret. And then also I wanted to do frequent standings updates, so you know how things are going instead of just reading into the void. It kind of bothers me. I mean, people can do what they want, but I find it kind of annoying when you do a month-long readathon and you never know who's in first place or what's even going on, and you're just shoving your book somewhere and there's no it's just less engaging to me. So that's something that kind of bothers me. But people can do what they want, and I hope that the people who like readathons the way I like them find readathons that they enjoy doing. Question number 11 is tag some folks. I don't know who has done this. I feel like everyone in my bookish circles have done this already. So if you haven't and you would like to, please pretend I tagged you. Because I really, I feel like everyone's done it. But if I'm forgetting, if you haven't done it, do it, please. Because I want to know. And that's all the questions. So that's it for today. Comment down below any bookish things you find annoying. Anything that I said that you agree or disagree with. And I will see you. Like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one coming very soon. Bye.